Very good question. So what are our best audition tips for young people? One thing, and this is just, I think this is just a motto for whenever you're working in the industry, just be a nice person. Just be front-footed and nice, and come in with a smile and with a can-do attitude, because it just speaks volumes about the kind of person you're going to be. And ultimately, directors just want to work with nice people who are going to be a joy to be, positive people who are going to be a joy to be in the room with, and who are going to want to try out new ideas and always say yes to things. I just think that goes such a long way.
My audition tip would be trust that what you bring is enough. And by that I mean the person that's interviewing you or auditioning you will have an idea of what they're looking for. And I would say don't worry about shoehorning yourself into what you think that might be. Whether that's an audition for a particular part or just a place in a company of actors, but just trust that what you bring is authentic and worthy, and actually you don't need to try and sandwich yourself into a particular box that you think is what's being looked for, because ultimately you never know. And actually, as long as you're being authentic and true to who you are, which I know is easier said than done, then that's kind of the main thing. The other thing I always like to do before an audition, and I think it's really helpful, is a power pose. So just the idea of taking up as much space as you can. So it might be just standing in the toilets with your feet astride and your arms really out wide. Sorry, Al. And it's just getting into that physical mindset and that physical memory of feeling confident and powerful. And actually, it's such a good thing to do, because it's instantly, you kind of trick your brain into thinking, I feel confident and I feel in control.
I think a little psychology thing as well, to just try and flip your expectations in the audition room, is that whoever is auditioning you, whether it be the director, the MD, whoever, they want you to be the best person. They are never ever looking to trip someone up or to make someone feel stupid.
And if they are, you don't want to work with them anyway.
Exactly, that's absolutely right. And those people who will often be there for all day long, waiting for lots of people to come in and audition, they just want the next person to just be brilliant. So every time you walk into a room, they will always have that attitude, and they will always want you to just be brilliant.
I think as well, there's something about knowing that you are a collaborator. So you're going into an audition, and as much as you're being auditioned and the panel are assessing what you can bring to the project, you know your own worth as well, and you know what you can bring to that project. And if you imagine that you are meeting as two equal creatives, it's really hard to do that, because in auditions we kind of think we're being judged and the panel have the luxury of sitting behind this table. But I find it really helps to just remind myself before an audition that we are meeting each other as equals, and we're both creative people, and I've got something to offer to this project and they've got something to offer to the project, and we're going to meet in the middle, rather than feeling as though the people behind the panel have all of the power and control in the room and that you kind of just have to fit in. I think one of the things that makes BYMT really unique is that you're working on new writing, and the reason I think that's important is that it gives you as a member of a company such ownership over what you're doing. There's one thing to go into a summer school and rehearse a production of Bugs and Malone or Annie, and that's brilliant in its own way, but what I think made BYMT so different and important for me was the idea that we were creating this brand new piece of writing from scratch and bringing bits of ourselves to it, taking ownership of the whole thing together as a group. And there's something so exciting in that. And I think that, for me, is what massively built my confidence.
And just the friendships, the sort of really fierce, incredible, amazing friendships that I found when I was doing those projects have really served me so well moving into the industry. And you kind of realise that actually everyone likes the same things that you do, and you just get to meet the most brilliant people. And the directors as well, the creatives that I got to work with in BYMT were just so inspiring, and so brought out so many things in myself that I didn't realise that I had available to me in terms of my skill set.